Let's dive straight in. Habit number 9. Gnawing on nails, ingesting bacteria, and ruining your grin. Picture your fingernails as miniature grime collectors, gathering pathogens throughout the day. Each time you handle a door handle, mobile, or computer keypad, your nails accumulate countless microscopic stowaways. Biting those nails provides those bacteria with a direct VIP passage into your oral cavity. That washroom door lever ultimately winds up inside your mouth. Your incisors were not meant to act as cuticle cutters. Persistent nibbling stresses your anterior teeth, leading to fractures, breaks, or even misalignment. Dental professionals can spot nail chewers simply by examining their incisors, as those teeth exhibit characteristic nicks and fissures. The ragged edges of chewed fingernails may also lacerate your gum tissue. Acting like miniature blades, these small wounds create ideal entry points for microbes to invade your bloodstream. The cuticle, the skin bordering your nails, serves as your physique's natural shield. By nibbling it off, you dismantle the fortifications that repel intruders. This can result in paronychia, a painful, inflamed, and puffy infection encircling the nail bed, causing your digit to balloon. Certain individuals require hospitalization due to serious finger infections originating from nail chewing. Moreover, those bacteria do not confine themselves to your mouth or digits. These microbes can migrate to your stomach, provoking gastrointestinal problems, or even ascend into your respiratory tract. Research indicates that habitual nail biters suffer considerably more gastric and bowel infections compared to non-biters. The ironic twist is this: the habit proves extremely tough to quit because it is frequently associated with stress. Your mind has forged a robust link between experiencing tension and raising your digits to your lips. That's your brain's reflexive reaction. Sense unease, gnaw nail, repeat cycle. Number 8. Suppressed sneezes, miniature cranial eruptions triggered by that nasal tickle. In a silent session, you clamp your nostrils, seal your lips, and resist that sneeze. Resist the urge. That sneeze aims to expel air at velocities approaching 160 kilometers per hour. Blocking it forces that energy to rebound into your skull. The pressure must find an outlet, seeking the most detrimental exit paths. It can surge through your eustachian tubes, the narrow channels linking your nose to your ears. That abrupt rush can genuinely perforate your tympanic membrane, resulting in discomfort and short-term auditory impairment. The fragile capillaries in your eyes and nasal passages are also unsuited for such force. They may rupture, leaving red blotches on your sclera. Uncommonly, individuals have injured their pharynx by repressing sneezes. One individual actually broke a minor facial bone by suppressing a sneeze too vigorously, leading to subcutaneous emphysema, air imprisoned beneath the dermis. When you sense a sneeze approaching, release it. Your system is attempting to expel something. Far preferable to a minor blast within your cranium. Habit number 7. Cotton buds, the ear canal antagonists. Those deceptively benign applicators in your washroom are conspiring against your hearing organs. Whenever you insert one into your auditory canal, you are not removing any debris. Instead, you are compacting the ceramen further inward, analogous to pushing a sofa against an entrance. Your auricles are autonomous cleaning mechanisms, gradually propelling earwax outward, akin to a leisurely assembly line. That waxy secretion is your physique's inbuilt protective mechanism, capturing particulate matter, insects, and other undesirable elements. Inserting a cotton swab obstructs this inherent cycle. Gradually, this leads to a ceramen impaction that may cause a sensation akin to being submerged. Earwax accumulation can lead to a blockage, diminishing your auditory ability. In severe cases, individuals end up in emergency rooms after forming such substantial wax plugs that only a medical professional can clear them. The swab comes perilously near your eardrum, a membrane as fragile as cling film. A sudden sneeze, an unexpected startle, or a misstep could easily perforate it. A rupture brings immediate pain, hearing impairment, and often a need for surgical repair. Just picture having to tell your doctor about that incident. Indeed, I once jabbed a cotton swab into my ear. Additionally, using Q-tips raises the likelihood of developing ear infections. Using a Q-tip scratches the sensitive skin, allowing bacteria in and leaving minuscule cuts covered in wax. Compacting wax pushes moisture inward, forming an ideal environment for bacterial growth. Among healthcare professionals, there's a saying that Q-tips ensure ear specialists always have patience. Simply wipe the outer ear area with a damp cloth. Do not insert anything into your ear canal. Number 6. Internal drowning. Consuming excessive water can be fatal. A condition known as hyponatremia, often described as drowning from within, the body carefully regulates a balance between water and sodium. This mechanism stops you from absorbing excess water and swelling when you rapidly ingest large volumes. When sodium levels fall, your kidneys cannot process the overload. Water then leaks into cells, causing them to expand. While most tissues can accommodate some expansion, the brain is encased in the rigid skull. As brain cells enlarge, they have no room, and intracranial pressure rises dangerously. Symptoms include headaches, disorientation, muscle fatigue, convulsions, and, in extreme cases, fatality. For instance, a 9-year-old girl punished by being made to drink huge amounts of water suffered from severe hyponatremia. She suffered vomiting, cephalalgia, and later fell unconscious. Medical professionals narrowly prevented her death. Endurance athletes face elevated risk, especially marathon runners who gulp water at each aid station believing excess benefits. Several have succumbed to this very disorder. Their brains essentially drowned even though their bodies were not in water. Only drink when thirsty, not according to a fixed timetable. Number 5. Earbuds stealthily destroy your hearing. As you enjoy your favorite tunes at high volume, those compact speakers silently harm your auditory system. The cochlea inside your ear is covered in myriad tiny hair cells that transform sound waves into electrical impulses for the brain when music is played loudly. These fragile cells become twisted and snapped, akin to trees during a storm. In contrast to scalp hair, these inner ear hairs cannot regenerate. Any damage is permanent. Typical speech measures approximately 60 decibels. Earbuds can produce sound at 105 decibels or above, exceeding the noise of a chainsaw. Exposure above 85 decibels begins to impair hearing. At levels of 100 decibels or more, irreversible harm can occur within a quarter of an hour. The alarming aspect is the absence of any warning signs during damage. No pain, no bleeding, only quiet, permanent degradation occurs. When you finally detect tinnitus, or find yourself frequently asking others to repeat, those hair cells are long gone. Researchers have discovered that many adolescents already exhibit hearing impairment typical of 50-year-olds, attributable to earbuds. Many modern headphones include automatic volume limiting safety mechanisms. However, users frequently disable these functions, acting as if their hearing is unimportant. Hearing devices cannot bring back lost hearing. They merely boost the remaining sound. Number 4. Night lamps. Artificial light, the brain's weakness, secretly disrupts your sleep cycle. That seemingly harmless night lamp in the corridor is working against you as night descends. Melatonin, the hormone produced by your body, orchestrates sleep and overall repair processes. Yet, exposing your face to even the faintest light while sleeping halts melatonin production. Low-level light can reduce melatonin output by 50%. The faint indicator from your phone charger, street lamp filtering through blinds, or your digital clock signals to your brain, "Wake up." Your brain interprets it as daytime, urging you to stay alert. It's equivalent to a persistent light switching on and off as you attempt to rest. This disruption leads to more than next-day fatigue. Repeated nighttime melatonin suppression causes your metabolism to behave abnormally. You may begin putting on weight even with an unchanged diet, and your insulin response weakens. Researchers conducted a study on rodents, subjecting them to low light during nighttime. The rodents' metabolism became severely disrupted. They gained mass and exhibited depressive behaviors, indicating analogous impacts on people. Emotional well-being also suffers. Inadequate melatonin compromises your ability to regulate emotions. Individuals with irregular sleep patterns face higher risks of depression and anxiety. While a night lamp might deter imaginary creatures, it ushers in mental health issues. Third on the list, your chair, the gradual menace. The comfortable chair beneath you acts as a silent adversary with each minute you remain seated. It's akin to a small deduction from your health reserve. Your physiology isn't built for prolonged binge-watching or 8-hour video conferences. Extended sitting causes blood to stagnate and accumulate in your lower limbs. Similar to still water, this slow blood flow raises the likelihood of clot formation. Your metabolic rate essentially goes dormant during lengthy sitting sessions. Calorie burn decreases, and your muscles responsible for converting nutrients into fuel effectively go on strike. Your system also begins deactivating specific enzymes. Those enzymes break down fats. This deceleration in metabolism explains why numerous desk workers inexplicably put on pounds despite identical food intake. While you immerse yourself in a new show, your muscles, particularly in the abdomen and back, are silently deteriorating. Such muscle atrophy results in the typical desk worker's stance: shoulders rolled inward, head thrust forward, and an emerging kyphosis. Prior to the widespread use of contemporary seating, people naturally remained active throughout the day. Human bodies are evolutionarily designed for movement, not for resting in a padded seat for over 8 hours. The typical desk employee remains seated around 15 hours daily, a posture comparable to a cadaver. Due to its severe long-term health impacts, several experts label prolonged sitting as the new smoking. That seemingly benign chair could be your most gradual and pleasant route to premature death. Second on the list, sleeping on your stomach. Picture devoting 1/3 of your life lying face down. It might feel cozy, but your spinal column objects vehemently. Sleeping on your stomach forces your neck to twist sideways for breathing, holding an unnatural angle for hours. It's akin to subjecting your spine to a nightly, agonizing stretching session. The spine's natural gentle curves aid in weight distribution, yet sleeping on your stomach flattens them as if a steamroller ran over a garden hose. Your body's weight compresses down, pressing your spine into the mattress. This contorted posture places additional strain on every muscle and joint in your neck, as well as the nerves along your spine. They become compressed in this alignment. Consequently, those who sleep on their stomach frequently experience tingling or numbness in their arms and hands upon waking. Your nerves are crying out, "Stop crushing me!" Over time, this nightly spinal abuse can cause persistent neck pain and back issues. If sleeping on your stomach is unavoidable, at least opt for an extremely flat pillow. This minimizes the severe angle of your neck's rotation. Additionally, placing a small pillow beneath your pelvis can aid in preserving your spine's natural curvature. However, the optimal approach is to retrain yourself to sleep on your back or side. First on the list is the game of holding urine, stretching your bladder to maximum capacity. When you sense the need to urinate but choose to wait a bit longer, you're covertly harming your bladder. Essentially, your bladder is a balloon containing liquid waste that your body must expel. At roughly half capacity, your body signals it's time to void, but disregarding that urge compels your bladder to stretch beyond its usual limits. Repeating this behavior over years can lead to significant issues. Your bladder is a muscle. Similar to repeatedly overstretching a rubber band, it eventually loses its elasticity. This is precisely what occurs when you consistently force your bladder to retain excess urine. As bladder muscles weaken, they fail to contract adequately to expel all urine. Retained urine remains in the bladder effectively, a warm, welcoming environment for bacteria. These bacteria proliferate rapidly. This can cause a urinary tract infection, causing a sensation akin to urinating lava. Many believe holding urine too long will cause the bladder to rupture. That's uncommon, as you'll likely lose control and wet yourself before that point. The true harm occurs gradually, with repeated stretching of the bladder beyond its capacity. This can also weaken pelvic floor muscles over time, resulting in incontinence. At that stage, your bladder may release urine involuntarily, often at the most inconvenient times. That concludes today's information. I plan to create more videos like this in the future. Hit subscribe to catch them.